Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Here we are today into a new episode about the 20 regions of Italy explained by me, by Italy, a place to love, while I'm reading an article that you can find on this website, italia.it, which I find very interesting and with a lot of interesting information. Now, let's cover today episode and let's start from this region that I covered half of the region in my previous episode, which is called Trentino. And the second part, so today video, is about the second province of this region, which is called Alto Adige in Italian and in English as South Tyrol. Now, we are at the border with Austria, so is a region in the northern part of Italy with the Alps, with the Dolomites, and with all the beautiful mountains. Okay, now, so let's start reading the article about this beautiful region. Now, Alto Adige in Italian, which is in Italian Alto Adige, but again in German should be Südtirol. So, Alto Adige is a dream place to discover all year round amidst green valleys and snow capped peaks. Combine the relaxation of spa treatments with the pleasure of fun in the snow for a real wellness boost amidst alpine lakes, beautiful villages, and state of the art ski facilities suitable for all the ages. All this and more in the majestic scenery of the Dolomites Mountains, of the Dolomites Alps, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Alto Adige. Okay, so basically we have the capital of Alto Adige, which is called Bolzano. In German, for example, they say Bozen. It's important to say that they speak two languages here in this region. So the two official languages are German and Italian. I'd say because they had a lot of influence in the history from Germany and from Austria. And then, anyway, we'll find out while we're going to read and investigate about this region. As I said, Bolzano is just one province. Then there is the other province that is called Trento, and these two provinces together makes one region, which is called Trentino Alto Adige. So Trentino and Alto Adige, just to let you understand properly what we are talking about. Then what to see in South Tyrol and so on. You can investigate yourself. Anyway, a lot of leisure, a lot of interesting activities to do. And now let's read this paragraph here. Atmospheric nature, art, culture, sport, and good food. Alto Adige offers thrills for everyone. The curious will discover the secrets of nature in Val Gardena. Adventure seekers will prefer a dip in Lake Braies or a climb on the Tricime di Levaredo. And fans of relaxation will enjoy the Terme di Merano. From the cities, a cable car takes you up to the heights between themed trails and adventure parks for lots of fun. And then skiing, the sunset, the sunrises, to be repeated endlessly. Okay, now let's investigate more about this region. Okay, so here we are. Atmospheric nature, art, culture, sport, and good food. Welcome to Alto Adige. Alto Adige, Südtirol. Here we have, for example, an image, one of the typical landscapes of the Dolomites Mountains. Okay, so that's what you can see mainly in this beautiful region, rich of forest, rich of nature, rich of lakes, rich of mountains, and so on. There's no sea, for example, is one of the regions of Italy that doesn't have any access to the sea. Anyway, here we can see, for example, the border with Austria. Okay, so then Bolzano is here. This is the capital of the province of Bolzano. Then if we go in southern direction, we find, for example, Trento, which is the capital of Trento province. All right, so then obviously it's also bordering with Lombardia, with Lombardy, and with Veneto region, facing southern direction. Now, origins and historical background on Alto Adige. Again, as we can see here, this is the typical landscape of the Dolomites Mountains that are very unique, so are well known to be unique type of mountains. And so let's start reading about the history of this beautiful region. The long process of Germanization of Alto Adige began immediately after the collapse of the Western Roman Empire. Its territory was included in the country of Tyrol for more than 5 centuries and then passed largely under the Kingdom of Bavaria between 1806 and 1918. After the end of World War I, it returned to Italy, but the protection of the German language minority in the area had to wait until the Treaty of Paris of the 5th of September 1946, better known as the De Gasperi-Gruber Agreement. Now, De Gasperi was the president of Italy back in these days, so in 1946, just after the Second World War. Anyway, it's very important to say this about the language minority because, for me, it's very, very important to respect all the minorities. And in particular, when we are talking about minorities, it's extremely important to protect the language. If these people are German native speaker, even if they are part of Italy, I consider very, very important that these people has to have the right to speak German, to study in German, and anyway, even to speak daily in their daily routine, simply because is two languages region, which, for example, we have another region that has the same thing, for example, like Valle d'Aosta, between Italian and French. Obviously, anyway, let me say one more thing that obviously because the inhabitants of Alto Adige, anyway, they are Italian, obviously they speak Italian as well, they learn as well in school, so they are bilingual. Anyway, but they have to have the right to speak the language which they feel more comfortable. Now, inhabited since the Copper Age, Alto Adige has hidden traces of a lost civilization for millennia. Here, at the foot of the Similaun Glacier, at 3,213 meters, the Similaun man, the perfectly preserved mummy of a man who lived between 5,300 and 5,200 years ago, was found in 1991. I didn't know about this. This is very, very interesting. Anyway, we are talking about the Copper Age. So we are talking about 5,000 years ago, which means is a lot of years. Anyway, interesting is very interesting. Now, main cities in Alto Adige. And let's find what they're saying about the cities in this beautiful region. Lying in a basin surrounded by mountains, Bolzano, or Bolzan in German, Austrian, is a city full of charm, a meeting point between Mediterranean and Central European cultures, as is evident from its architecture, hallies, arches, and small square in its historic center. It is home to the Alto Adige Museum of Archaeology, in which Otzi, known throughout the world as the Similaun mummy, is preserved. On the outskirts of the town stands Castel Roncolo, an imposing castle dating from 1237, in which a stupendous cycle of secular frescoes from medieval times is well preserved. I would say not only preserved, but I would say well preserved. In summer and winter, wait a second, okay. In summer and winter, the Alpe di Siusi, Europe's largest alpine pasture, welcomes thousands of visitors in search of sun, romance, and breathtaking scenery. There, in the beautiful Gardena Valley, are the beautiful villages of Castelrotto, Siusi all'Osiliar, Fie all'Osiliar, and Tires al Catinaccio. With skis on your feet, you will have the best slopes of your life. I have to agree, it's well known, for example, to have the best ski slopes. Anyway, in Italy, and I would say in all the world, at a Swiss level, at an Austrian level, even at an American level, I mean, wherever you have ski slopes. Merano, with its thermal baths, offers all-round well-being with 25 pools, sauna area, and state-of-the-art spa just a stone's throw from the ski area with pieces of varying difficulty and a snow park. Bressanone, in the Eisack Valley, is one of the most picturesque in South Tyrol and a magical place for skiers. If you want to discover the true gem of the Val Pusteria, Brunico and its imposing bishops' castles await you just 1 hour from Bolzano. 1 hour driving, probably. The Tri Cime di Lavaredo, symbol of the Dolomites, are a must see in Alto Adige for skiers and hikers. If you want to reach the most popular vantage point, you can choose Rifugio Locatelli at an altitude of 2,450 meters high. All right, now, what to see in Alto Adige? Again, another beautiful picture. We can see the mountains mirrored on the lake. So, typical landscape of Südtirol, of Alto Adige. The natural wonders in Alto Adige follow one after the other. Lake Brias, located in the valley of the same name at an altitude of 1496 meters, is an emerald jewel surrounded by the Dolomites. Smaller, but not less impressive, is Lake Carezza in Valdega, also known as Rainbow Lake because of the reflection in the sunlight on the basin's emerald water. Also discover Lake Resia in the Vishgau, with the old bell tower of Curon rising from the water. The Stange waterfalls in Racines are a spectacle of nature that you can discover by walking on wooden bridges through the gorge carved by the force of the water over the centuries. If you're looking for peace and relaxation in the heart of the Dolomites, get lost in Val di Funes, while for skiing on the best slopes in the region. Your point of reference must be the Dolomites Super Ski, with more than 1,200 kilometers of slopes divided into 12 different ski areas, including the Plan de Corones area with 8 lifts to try. Just above the village of Ortisei, you can reach Mount Seceda by cable car, but for a truly unique experience, we recommend the ski tour around the Great Sella Massif, known as the Sella Ronda for its circular route. Now, unusual places in Alto Adige. If you're looking for unusual places in Alto Adige off the beaten track, you should explore the Obereggen hiking area in Valdega, with over 48 kilometers of slopes. For a break from skiing, you can choose between the gardens of Trautmannsdorf Castle in Merano. Sorry about my German. I know in this area anyway there are a lot of German words, so it's not familiar for me to read German. So sorry if I make a mistake while I'm reading. Anyway, I would say Trautmannsdorf Castle in Merano, a natural amphitheater with more than 80 botanical environments and a surface area of 12 hectares, and the Earth Pyramids of Rinon, a natural monument on the outskirts of Bolzano that dates back more than 25,000 years ago. Now, I didn't know about this place. I will investigate because it looks very, very interesting. So I will have a look just after the video, and I will also recommend you to do the same. The Earth Pyramids of Renown, 25,000 years ago. Has to be a very interesting site. Now, typical Alto Adige products. Let's read. Now, how can one resist typical Alto Adige products? Impossible. From delicious pretzels to tasty bratwurst, the area's cuisine still show the influences of Germanic rule. If you love cheese, you must try Fontal, lovely cheese, one of the most famous in Italy, perhaps combined with speck Alto Adige. I personally love speck, this kind of salami. Grab a slice of bread, berry jam, and discover the unique taste of Malga butter. Or alternatively, snack on Alto Adige PGI apples from the autonomous province of Bolzano. And if you're looking for a unique spirit, the Alto Adige Hey Grappa, I don't know how many of you have ever tried grappa. It's a liqueur, it's a spirit. Anyway, quite strong anyway, but lovely, very, very tasty. Will warm you even on the coldest days with its delicate aromas reminiscent of the scent of mountain pastures and mown meadows. Very, very interesting. Now, events in Alto Adige. Let's look and let's see what Alto Adige has to offer from the events point of view. If you decide to spend the Christmas period in Alto Adige, you cannot miss the opportunity to visit the charming Christmas markets that are set up from the end of November to the 6th of January. So they just ended now in these days in Bolzano, Merano, Bressanone, and Brunico. Spring, however, also offers unique experiences in the region. Throughout the month of April, you can spend unforgettable days in Lana for the Flower Festival, while between the end of April and mid May, the Bolzano Flower Festival offers a rich program of dance music, and theater of the highest level in an evocative journey through nature and art. On 1st of May, head to Naz Chavez for the Royal Blossom Festival with a large costume parade, folk dances, and a market of local craft and agricultural products. Okay, my friends, so we arrived at the end of this beautiful region. So we discover now with these two episodes, with the previous one about Trento and this one about Trentino and this one about Alto Adige. So we cover in two episodes one region, Trentino, Alto Adige. Okay, so if you enjoyed my video, please put like and subscribe, and I'll see you to my next video here on Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel. Bye. Have a nice day, my friend. Bye.